Hey peeps! I wish you all a holly jolly holiday season and a warm welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. We're starting the second season of The Sims Amazing Race today and I cannot be more excited. Be sure to check out the cast review if you want to get to know the teams, but otherwise, let's start with an intro. Welcome racers to The Sims Amazing Race 2! We are in the bustling city of Myshuno and this is the first and last time you'll probably see me on the race, as Nate will take over after I send you off. You will venture into various worlds and complete various challenges which will push you to the limit. But if you persevere and make it to the final leg, you may have a chance to earn 1,000,000 simoleons and be crowned the winners of The Sims Amazing Race. This season, it won't be a sprint to the airport. Your first task starts here at Myshuno Meadows. On my go, you will sprint to the beautiful Central Park remodeled by lilsimsie, except I kinda ruined it by littering it with snow globe boxes. Your first task is to search these boxes for any snow globes that have the word city on them, representing the city of Myshuno. Once any one of your team members find one, you may run to the plane and put your name on one out of 3 flights to the gorgeous quaint town of Britechester. There are 3 available flights, departing 30 minutes apart, with varying slots too. 3 teams can board the 11 o'clock flight, 4 teams on the 11:30, and 5 teams on the 12 o'clock flight. And if elimination doesn't motivate you enough somehow, here's another catch. The winner of this first leg will receive 2 express passes, which can be used to bypass any task which you may find difficult along the way. The second express pass must be given away to the team of your choice by the end of leg 4, and both express passes must be used by the end of leg 8. Now that we got that out of the way, racers, get ready. Race safe. And go! And the racers dash off into Myshuno Meadows. Woo! This is so exciting! Albert is last in this pack for now, poor grandpa. And Mason is in first place. Oh, wait, Johnson, where are you Oh, I guess this is a tactic? Oh, that's why. Already stuck in walls, I see. Not good for your teammates at all. The racers enter the meadows and begin the search. Some teams start right at the gate while other teams start a little closer to the plane. Ooh, those are some good sounds.
Tanithoy, Yaba, Quamus Barambo, Gillan, Sulanoi, Yaba Tunkupu.
Oh my god, Wendy found one! And so does Crystal, Malik, Tia-O, and Samira. Oh my god, not the Mackenzie searching in the same spot. I can't wait for them to meet each other. Oh, Wendy's on the run! But here comes Mason! Both team members have to be here to count. Ernest catches up with his giant-ass backpack and claims first place on the first flight. Right behind him is Samira and Octavius, and Malik and Mason rounds up the first flight.
Dave Nelfi, huh? Miaksa, Udamak Earth. Oh.
Alright, go have a seat, you 3, and make way for the second flight, people. I said. Anyway, Mackenzie and Oliver are first on the second flight, followed by Tia and Tia, Crystal and Zach. Ooh, Taylor and Carmen just narrowly beat out Mackenzie and Johnson for the last spot on the second flight.
You're a child, Bo. Go have him peace ba. Wait, Bo. You know what? You oughta be.
Alright, now you can all have a seat. Taylor, you can eat in just a second. Go. Looks like Chidinma and Rochelle have finally found their snow globe. And there's Faisal and Rizal. Yay! Last flight for all of you. Evander's on the move, which means that Albert and Ophelia are the last one at this task. It wouldn't really make a difference, but I'll let them finish the task at least. Jesus Christ, can Albert even survive this race? Oop, never mind, he's running. Ophelia, come on, Grandpa is outrunning you.
Grisham, Wafatub, Frita, Fosanoi, Valpim, Vanti.
Anyway, here's a quick look at everybody's flights, just in case you missed it among all the chaos. We have some time to kill now, so I turn autonomy on for these sims so they can start meeting each other. Oh, Octavius is in a hurry. He really ran all that way to play chess. Can't relate. Oliver introduces himself to Crystal and Zach. And Malik and Mason are already fighting. Oh geez, this is heated. They may just be a little too competitive for their own good. Mackenzie Turner, what has this poor dino ever done to you? Chidinma, I swear. Why you're breaking poor little Zimsie's kid's room? Oh my god, she has some anger issues. Oh my god, Mason, don't you join the destruction. They're really just giving these poor animals a piece of their mind.
Kaywireee Balansif. Spamen. Merkel Zira?
Oro.
Rizal is already at the bar making some drinks, and Taylor's talking to Faisal? I mean, I get it, girl. Who doesn't have a thing for hot firemen, especially when you're like a hormone-raging teenager, am I right? Samira the social butterfly is already out here making friends with both the firemen and Ophelia. Adorable! Oh, advice? Johnson? Oh, look at Johnson being a good father figure to young Malik here.
How finesse! Swept flow. Silma Roy.
Apollo Chaba Crezo. And Fabi Narble. Frond.
Wendy, are you flirting with Tia? Oh my god, I didn't even know you swung that way. I mean, you have a husband. Yeah, Tia, you tell her off. Oh, this is a crime. I missed the Mackenzie and Mackenzie drama. She was definitely yelling at her though. So perfect Mackenzie thinks dino punching Mackenzie is rude and she already has a festering grudge? Damn, I love it. And vice versa, dino punching Mackenzie thinks the other is shallow. This is perfect.
Jessene Clonkus Skooma.
Bobsini Nabora Shazzle?
Bamkara Sambisi. Clem.
Here's some drama-free interaction. Just Rochelle bringing everybody together with her usual comedy. Alright, the plane's about to leave, everybody, so meet me at the sandpit. Mackenzie, you can't just take books from public venues. That's like low-key shoplifting, ma'am. Wendy, is that a romance bar? Oh, Tia Adams, you have a crush on Wendy? Oh my god. And Tia has a crush on Crystal too! Tia, you better make up your mind while you're on this flight. Anyway, you 6, time to get on the plane. Just try to fit in there, somehow. Once teams touch down in Britechester, they will head to the beautifully renovated Bright Commons to find their next clue. Our first 3 teams have arrived at the University of Britechester. We love a lovely little English countryside. Octavius is in the lead right now. And looky, it's Julia and Becca from season 1. We love some cameos. I cannot get over how gorgeous this renovation is. I'ma drop the credit again for Roxy Sims because she does amazing work. Alright, now that we're here, let's open this up and see what's in store for us in Britechester.
A roadblock is a task that only one member of each team can perform, and for this season's first roadblock, it's time to get festive. 'Tis the season to be jolly, as Kawhi would say. So, in preparation for the upcoming holiday season, the teams must head up to the 2nd floor and decorate a Christmas tree with popcorns and cranberries, because nothing screams holiday cheer like an infestation.
Because that's how you get ants!
Any Hoosers, once the tree's dressed up all purty, they'll get their next clue.
Our first 3 teams begin the roadblock. We have Mason, Wendy, and Samira attempting this roadblock. Mason is confused, I guess, but Wendy's having fun with this challenge. And Samira's thinking really hard. Oh my god, the second flight's already here! Oh my god, so fast! Oliver's unmasking their next clue now. Also, bro, are you even working? We have 7 teams here at the same roadblock. The first flight better hurry up right now. Oh, Crystal, please don't injure the people downstairs.
Gaba, Pomeray Guas, Confulibo. Serapi.
Ooh, more incoming! The third flight is here, and they're getting their next clue. Not the random decorations just falling off the second floor though. Albert got off on the wrong foot with both Santiago and Rochelle somehow, so poor Grandpa's just sitting alone while the other non-roadblock doers just bond. Also, this task is heavily inspired by Avery Girlfriend, aka Delaney from Twitter. We talk on Instagram, but Delaney went their own race and found this to be the perfect task and shared it with me, so thank you if you're watching this. Gosh, I do hope Wendy, Samira, and Mason are finishing soon, or else they really squandered their lead, cause this second floor is back. Oh my god, Samira! Yeah, please ignore this floating decorations thing. I had to shrink the tree so they all fit on this floor. But anyway, Samira finished first, and she is out of here in first place. Octavius, it's time to go.
A detour is a choice between two tasks, each with its own pros and cons. I did not miss saying that. In this detour, teams will have the chance to experience some after-school activities indulged by the students of Britechester. In Keg Drinker, teams will drink keg. Teams will head to the breathalyzer pub and search the patio for a keg. They must then tap the keg and then work together to take a sip out of it. Once the juice is in the system of both team members, they grab their next clue. In Air Kicker, teams will head to the Fox and the Hound Institute and find this green patch of faux grass. They must then juggle the soccer ball in the air and pass it back and forth 10 times to receive their next clue. If they fail, they must try again. If they pass, they're better than me.
Fun! I wonder what Samira and Octavius will pick. 11 teams remain at the first roadblock. Oh, Wendy! Wendy's done as the 1950s couple leave in second place. Who's gonna join them and finish tossing their ornaments? Mason is! And with that, everyone from the first flight is out of here. Ernest and Wendy chose the Keg Drinker detour apparently and arrived at the beautifully renovated Britechester pub. Well, the first part of this detour is tapping the keg so we can drink out of it. And Ernest is gonna give it a go. Yeah! Oh! Never mind, he didn't actually succeed. Step aside, Ernest, let Wendy have a go. Oh my god, is she gonna do it? She did it! Wendy the OG! Holy shit, is Wendy a secret party animal that Ernest doesn't know about? Go, Wendy, go! Chug, 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 chug. Oh no! Sorry, RIP Wendy, that looked like it hurt. Meanwhile, Samira and Octavius have chosen the other detour and they arrived at the gorgeous modern Foxberry Institute. We're about to juggle some soccer balls now. Let's see how they do. Oh, Samira, you're good at that. And officially passed to Octavius. Now you just gotta do that like 9 more times. Octavius passes it back to Samira. Woo! Oh, Samira. Not like that. Poor Octavius.
Kubar!
Samira and Octavius have to restart, but now they have Malik and Mason hot on their tail. No pressure, just 2 young sporty teenagers, right? Yep, back at the Christmas tree roadblock, Mackenzie here is having way too much fun. Downstairs though, Taylor is still sticking to Faisal. Oh my god. Mackenzie T is done, and Crystal follows right after her. Tia also finishes her tree, and Carmen also runs for the hills right behind her. Everyone from the second flight is now gone. At the Keg Drinker detour, Wendy goes again. Oh, Crystal and Zach are here. Oh, her facial expressions are glorious. Poor gal. Get up and do it again, I guess. Sir. Now, where were we? Oh, Zach has to try that again, and Wendy's going for it. Ooh, Wendy falls again.
Yabemi Zayaga? Hibao Chinosa. Sensibi Kiniku. Swarspa Githara.
Dodavepi? Zamona Sarah. Miaksa? Ibamakanur.
Oh, hello! Mackenzie and Oliver have arrived and they already tapped their keg. Crystal's going for the keg now. She just turned legal like a month ago, so this is a fun way to celebrate adulthood. Oh my god, she did it! Wow! Oh yay, Wendy! Wendy did it too! Wait, that's Mackenzie and Johnson. And Taylor and Carmen. I guess I should check back on the Christmas tree, folks, but I have to see this first. This never gets old. Let's see, Chidinma is out of here, leaving our bottom 3 teams in the dust. Oh, Ophelia finishes. Oh wait, Rizal also finishes. Oh, hold on a sec. Evander also finished. Well, this is a race now. Okay, not Rizal getting stuck in a tree. Well, I didn't expect the firefighters to be in last place, but hey, it's only the start of the leg. Rizal needs to like pick up some slack though.
Amizuki, Sugar Blue, Shivi Merkib, Mola, Chatty Gobi, Roshitan Boy.
Tia and Tia have arrived at the air kicker detour too. Malik and Mason and Samira and Octavius have both made very good progress on the detour so far. They're passing these balls effortlessly. Oop. Unlike what Tia A just did to Tia O. And done. Samira and Octavius finished the detour. No clue box here, so yeah, let's hug it out for the next clue.
Teams must now head to the newly renovated Foxbury Commons to receive their next clue.
Samira and Octavius take the lead, but as they leave, Malik and Mason also finish their challenge. It's now a race to the roadblock. This team's having a lot of trouble with kegs. Look at Wendy just lifting her man up like it's nothing. She's got the guns. Oh, you're so lame, Ernest. Aw, Mackenzies are twinning. Oh my god, they both succeed.
What's the next Nurgle? Penthip Abevo. Hinave. Binfahep.
Nisa Faba. Tamonopas.
Come on, Ernest. Ernest, please. You're young and fit. This shouldn't be so hard. Let's go, Zach. Oof, Zach does not have it either. Oh my god, Albert and Ophelia are here. And Oliver falls. Ooh, Johnson, you party animal, you did it. If you told me that these two would finish the detour first, I don't know if I would have believed you.
Uchimi Geza, Carzini Saquinario.
Ernest breaks his bones again, but Zach is done. Go, Zach. Ooh. Taylor and Carmen are really out here delivering these perfect pause screens. And Crystal and Zach are out of here.
Somas, Bueo Shuna, Smonacero.
Snibara Watanini. Lamina Exine. Wambavoy Yambalala.
Samira and Octavius are in the lead as they head to the beautifully renovated Foxbury Commons. I wonder what's next for the racers.
What a kale surprise! It's another roadblock. The team member who sat out of the previous roadblock must now perform this one. And sparks are gonna fly. Just like Kawhi and I's third date. We don't talk about the first two. Teams will now climb up 4 flights of stairs. I hope I don't have to follow them. And up to the rooftop to pick an antique robotic station. They must then craft a chatterbot as fast as possible. If they get electrocuted, they'll have to wash their hands and brush their teeth to rid themselves of any static charge before continuing the challenge. Once their chatterbot is crafted, teams will get their next clue.
This is Octavius' roadblock now, with Malik and Mason hot on their tail. They are hungry for that first place. So serious looking. Meanwhile, Tia and Tia started the second attempt while the father and son and firefighters have both shown up. Oh my god, Chidima and Rosel are finally here! What took them so long?
Libonkusha, the Fala Ferdoy, Thenica Fenabe, Hisbalip Grania.
Did Tia just stop? Also, oh my god, ladies, don't just run through people like that. It's like she didn't hear a word I say. The juggle begins for everybody now. Honestly, it's amazing that the teams can't even do this, cause I know I can't. Oh, and Tia loses the ball again. I thought you were the athlete, Tia. If you could see my face right now, it's actually just me like dead staring at the screen counting like soccer passes. Oh, disaster for Chidinma and Rochelle. Chidinma is absolutely shook. Poor Rochelle. Tia also once again shoots for Tia's face. Lovely. I bet she's pissed.
Ulak, Fanjip Santa Fe. Ulak, Zamonacero.
Albano.
TNT, I have to restart. Oh my god! Evander! You were so close!
Arpanaya Bonangrabe. Desnoy. Klarshin. Freenabenoda.
Quexi Fazunia. Kazi Panork. Ensinoi Mipim Quexi Ichuda.
Flix. Yaberno Darza. Gachoy?
Mackenzie and Johnson arrive at the Foxbury Institute and heads for the Commons. Bruh, I swear you literally just started this thing. You got electrocuted already? Well, come wash your hands now as Johnson heads off to attempt the challenge. Aw, look at Mackenzie strutting. Yep, brushing your teeth in front of live television. What a time to be alive. Mackenzie is making great conversation here. It's me, Mackenzie. She is here. Oh my god, look at their boyfriends and husbands working side by side with each other. I think they like each other for now. Ooh, Johnson is really putting his manicure to the test in this challenge. Ho ho ho, and Zach's here too. Zach's like the smartest person in this cast. He should do alright in this roadblock, I think. You know who's not doing alright at this roadblock? Yep, back at the Keg Drinker Detour. Ernest is still being a flop, my gosh. Oh, but Taylor nails it. Grandpa? Grandpa, you're a baller! Wendy is not having it today. She's like, get your together, Ernest, or else. Again, props to her for lifting her man again and again. She got strength. Oh my god, Ernest. Oof, Carmen also falls. Alright, come on, buddy. Just keep trying. Ernest? Ernest, are you kidding me? He's passed out. Oh my god. Wendy's like, what do I do now? Oh, Carmen also crashes. Oh, Ophelia did the kickstand. I missed it on camera, but she did it. Y'all just got outrun by Grandpa, you guys.
Pipatao. Chonkavi. Shabashu Kanumi.
Quexi Fazunia. Nepi Chips. Mumadobe.
Faiza and Rizal are almost done as well, if Rizal doesn't mess up this final pass. Ooh, and he does it! Faiza and Rizal are done and out of here. 3 teams remain at this detour. Bro, where is Evander's hand? Oh my god, it's really all the guys at the challenge so far. And Octavius is ridding himself of electricity once again. Oh, wait a second. Is Malik done? Oh my god, he is done! Malik and Mason leave the roadblock in first place. Oh hey look, here's the rest of the gang all together. The soccer kickers are still working hard. Santiago is nailing this challenge. He's a pro. Oh no, Tia Adams lost it again. Same story here for Chidinma and Rochelle. These ladies are having a very rough day. Oh wait, Tia's? Where going?
From Anduma Ganira. Thinica Sente. Yalmu. Durkoi Moib. Ibab. Oh, Epnik.
It's Evander's chance at redemption now. And they finish! Chidinma and Rochelle are the only ones left at this detour now. The pressure is high. Meanwhile, the boys unravel their next clue. Oh hey! Santiago and Evander just ran by!
Teams must now search the Fiddlesticks Institute grounds for this beach and find me at this season's first pit stop. The last team to arrive may be eliminated. Now I did miss saying that.
Things at the Keg Drinker Detour are going swell! Carmen passes out and later both teams have to refill their kegs because they've been here so long like they were empty. Oh Wendy. Carmen tries once again and falls once again. She is not one of those party people. Oh my god, they're arguing! Are they arguing? Maybe they're thinking of switching detours too. Looks like they are! And they're off as Ernest continues to stumble. Well, maybe Ernest and Wendy should also consider. Oh, especially because Tia and Tia are here. Are they gonna go again? Wow, attaboy, Ernest. Tia always going for it, tapping the keg. Oof, Ernest still does not have it. My goodness, disaster everywhere. Time for the real talk now. Do we switch detours or do we stay and try? Wendy clearly has some opinions. Oh, but they are indeed leaving to do the air kicker detour instead.
Tribal dorm
Watanabe, Abimo Yaf.
Hinave, Binfahep, Zafis, Muchi Pichi, Benjip.
Dun 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 dun! Malik and Mason have found the beach and the pit stop. Welcome to Britechester, Malik and Mason. Allow me to introduce you to Cameron Fletcher, basically Foxberry's mascot and also a contestant on Survivor Battle of Velomesia. Malik and Mason, I'm very pleased to tell you that you are team number 1. In addition to bragging rights, as promised, here are 2 express passes for you guys. One for you guys to use and the other one must be given away by the end of Leg 4. Winning such a grueling Leg 1 is no small accomplishment and I'm so proud of you guys.
Yump, Dibokana, Widaba.
Fwash, Dombra Bonkaro, Benji.
They really ran a flawless Leg today. Good for them. Back at the roadblock, looks like Johnson is on the run surprisingly. Oh, he's gone. Mackenzie, stop talking. Your man has just left. Octavius basically cost his team the win now with his constant electroshocks. Mackenzie and Johnson are on the run now. Mackenzie and Johnson, welcome to Britechester. You ran a really solid race today, coming from the 3rd flight all the way to the front. I'm very pleased to tell you that you're team number 2. This is Santiago's kind of challenge. Oh. But not Albert, he got shocked again. The rest of the guys are in their spray painting portion though, that means they're probably close to done. At the soccer detour, Taylor and Carmen finally arrive. Hey, if they do well, they could potentially pass Chidinma and Rochelle here. Well, maybe not. Oh, Chidinma! Ouchie. Why is Chidinma the one who formed a festering grudge when she kicked the ball into Rochelle's face?
New beam Shorg. Nidfa Pathan, Skuma Plonide, Nilzir Cruz.
Bergaba, Bara, Amy, Boy.
Very hard apparently, cause even Carmen can't keep it together. It's try again for these ladies. Oh, and here's Ernest and Wendy coming to join the party. Did they really have to choose the furthest place possible to do this challenge? Oof. Taylor has been laughing non-stop at her sister's misfortunes today. Meanwhile, Tia and Tia struggled at the keg detour for just a little bit. Wait, y'all are grown men and women with families. What are you doing in Britechester? Anyway, with their cheers, Tia O successfully did it. And it took Tia Adams some tries. Okay, a lot of tries, but she eventually managed it. And the Tias are off. Oh, I will give her a moment. Back at the roadblock, Zach finished the challenge! Yay! Zach and Crystal are off to the pit stop. Samira is freaking crying at this point because of how long Octavius took on this task. Oh, Santiago's done! Good job, old man! Santiago and Evander are out of here! And Octavius finally finishes the damn robot too! Crystal and Zach are on the run as the other teams take their time down the stairs. Oh, I guess Albert finishes robot too! And Faisal also finishes. This is gonna be a tight race to the pit stop, you guys. Poor Oliver is left all alone at the rooftop. He hates robotics, you see. Congrats, Crystal and Zach, you're team number 3. Back at the soccer detour, the teams are doing okay. Not Taylor and Carmen though. Taylor messes up big time. And later, Ernest also drops the ball. Ernest, I need you to stop dragging this team down. Chidinma and Rochelle are now 1 pass away from completing the challenge. They've been here for about 3 hours now, no biggie. Yes, Chidinma! Chidinma and Rochelle finally leave the detour with 2 teams now fighting for last place. Oh, Tia and Tia just arrived while Faisal and Reza runs for the pit stop. Santiago and Evander arrive at the pit stop. Oh, what's the servo doing here? Please, it's scaring me. Anyway, Santiago and Evander, you're team number 4. Oh, okay, we have a lot of people at the pit stop here. Let's make some room, please. Octavius and Samira, you are team number 5. And Albert and Ophelia, you checked in at number 6. And my hardy firefighters, you're team number 7. Great job, everybody. Now go ahead back and rest up. Octavius really needs to work on not getting stuck. Why is the server following them now? Hello? Oh my god, they are neck and neck, I think. Oh, listen, Wendy are doing surprisingly well at this challenge. Oh my gosh, Taylor, no! Well, Wendy only needs to make this final pass for them to finish. And she does! The couple races for the hills, leaving Taylor and Carmen in last place. Rochelle is stressed as heck being one of the last teams, but that doesn't beat the drama that's unfolding in the classroom right now. I don't know why Tia is yelling at Mackenzie, but... Oh! Mackenzie fights back! Oh, this is heated! Oh my god. Chidinma's just smiling in the corner like, yep, I'm glad I'm not involved in this. Ernest's turn to do the roadblock, and the man is obviously instantly stressed cause technology, you know. Wendy says hi to everyone, and oh, Tia is really riled up. Oh, never mind, Wendy's calming her down. What a good friend. Or more than friends, I guess. Mackenzie is not having it with Wendy though. She thinks she being fake. Damn, Mackenzie. Oh, oh, Chidinma. Chidinma interjects and tells her off. You've really done it now, Mackenzie. She's like public enemy number 1 at this point.
Kibao Chinosa. Jessene Clonkis. Skuma.
I mean, with Oliver taking so many cleansing breaks, I don't know, Mackenzie. The sky is officially dark now, with Taylor and Carmen being very close to finishing the challenge. Oh, great pass by Carmen! Taylor now just needs one more. Oh my god, Taylor, just pass it! Nice, done, go! There's still some race left.
Gahara Shwabi. Fame, Muchi Peachy. Ben Trip.
Well, Rochelle clearly hates robotics too. And Ernest the technophobe obviously does too, so maybe there's a... Oh, Oliver! Alright, Mackenzie, go, go, go. Let's leave these ladies alone. And they are out of here. Chidinma is stressed out watching Rochelle just shock over and over. Taylor comes to turn up the heat at the roadblock, and whew, the pressure is on for these teams. What's up, Mackenzie and Oliver? You are team number 8. Quite the long day you two had, huh?
Gizna Githara. Canathoy Narble. Milshaba.
That's a droid. Slow chum.
Damn, these teams are really struggling. It's already past 10 at this point. And Taylor gets zapped. So many people running in and out. This is so chaotic. Well, that's probably not gonna change Ernest's mind about technology. Gosh, I am so nervous for all of these teams. I don't want any of them to go. Ooh, it will not be Chidinma and Rochelle today because she is done. Nice! Tia and Tia also leave the roadblock. That means Carmen and Wendy are left waiting sadly for their partners to finish.
Gorabani Shorg. Zimze Jaws. Nikos Yaflov.
Loopspeb. Fenerba. Raga.
Cameron is a trooper for being out here until like almost midnight. And here comes Chidinma and Rochelle. Chidinma looks very angry, and yes, Rochelle, you can eat after this. You've checked in. Oh, why are you crying?
Wabara Ronnie. Frobin Sliboon, huh? Sibu. Sanzibi. Squamish Nabino. Desmikos Karenzi. Fuchil Bratso. Spupam.
Well, you ladies are team number 9. Pull yourself together, and I'll see you next leg. Oh, Ernest? Wendy ran out of there so fast. And Ernest follows her right behind. Hey, it's Tia and Tia. Tia Adams here is in a very bad mood. Tia and Tia, I'm pleased to tell you that you are still in the race. You are team number 10. You live to fight another day. All the best, okay? Ernest and Wendy race for the pit stop as Taylor just finishes her robot. Oh my god, they were actually so close. Hey yeah, Ernest and Wendy, how's the 21st century treating ya? From the looks of your faces and the time of day, I'd say not very good. But you are team number 11, which means you barely survived, but you do see another day in this race.
Sabane. Bobby Ibsabido. Quest. Haba Fondo de Bacala.
Looky, it's Taylor and Carmen arriving at the pit stop. Welcome to Britechester, Taylor and Carmen. This is Cameron, just 1 O away from matching your name, Carmen. Okay, sorry. Carmen, Taylor, unfortunately, you are the last team to arrive at the pit stop today. And I'm very sorry to tell you that you have been eliminated from the race.
Ben Trip Zigafit. Yikla O'Dreep. Hello, Yam. Nopsa.
Sola. Solayab. Cabernet. Stehibene, Hapium, Evanage.
Humble Steve. Go on the shore. Jongi. Roslapa. Eloya plea for step.
Well, that was quite the exciting League 1, wasn't it? I hope I gave everyone a steady chance to shine, and be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think about the teams and especially our first elimination. Also, pop in the comments any questions you may have for me this episode or wait for a community post coming up this Sunday. I may have some behind the race episodes that I'm cooking up as the season goes. If you enjoyed this premiere, be sure to leave me a like on the video because it will help me out immensely with the algorithm. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a great holiday season. Stay safe and stay warm. And bye for now.